What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to repair my amp INT inverter slash charger. I'm going to show you how. It was under warranty and they sent me a new board, and we're going to replace the main boards in it and test it and make sure it's working okay. First thing we're going to do is get the case off. Need this bolt, there's two more just like it on the other side, and there's two here, and then we'll flip it around and same thing on the other side. Okay, now there's a couple connectors you got to watch for. You take this off, they're going to be on that side. Let me go ahead and take them off of the controller board here. And now the lid is off. Now, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take a couple of pictures of what I'm taking apart so that I've got a picture to put it back together again. That should be good. These cables, they're all labeled. As long as we're careful when we take them off, it should be pretty easy to get them back exactly the way we found. It'd be pretty hard to get them wrong because they didn't really provide extra length for it. Okay. Now we'll pull these loose. They're labeled. It should be easy to figure out because the choke's around the particular signal that it's monitoring. And then this needs to come off. And then that's out of the way nicely. Leave this off. Fan 1, fan 2. Okay, we're good. Next thing we got to do is loosen up the main bus bars. Let's loosen up the bus bars. Trying to work around the camera here. There's 6 screws holding the both the boards down. Okay, and then here's this main lead here that needs to come off. It's connected directly into the heat sink. And it's off. There's also one on the other heat sink. Okay, with any kind of luck, this will pop right out. We're going to relocate the air conditioning to assemble the 2 boards back together. I'll show you how that's done. Okay, I'm going to separate these 2 boards. Not that it's that important, but I need these screws. When they sent me the replacement boards, they did not send screws. I'm hoping I only have 4 of them to worry about here. Okay. There we go. And it comes off. So now we're going to orient this board exactly the same way. Oh, looks like we're going to need the standoffs. Okay, let me loosen up all these standoffs just a little bit. All we're doing is swapping the parts from one to the other. Go ahead and tighten these just a little bit. Tight, but not overly tight. So I'm trying to be a little gentle. Okay, it looks like I'm going to need this bus bar. Connected to the heat sink. Okay, let's put the old board on. Yep, they're being just a little bit stubborn. There it goes. They all are in good now. Got a couple of cables. This just came off the old board and went here. Then we need our temperature sensor. Good. He's going to go there. Like that. And then we have another cable. Needs to go here. And this end needs to go here. There we have it. I think we got all the boards swapped out and all the parts in there. May have to do some juggling around so everything fits just right. We'll get to that next. We got the first one in, so it should start getting a little easier. It is getting much easier now that I got a few in. They're all lining up now. Getting that first one started was a little tough. I don't have great lighting here either, so I'm having a little bit of a difficult time seeing what I'm doing. But I'm getting it done. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and torque these down to what feels like specification. I don't actually have a specification, but that feels good. Now I have these kind of loose. I'm going to go ahead and tighten them up now. Bus bar's on pretty good. I'm going to hook the fans up. That all feels pretty good. This is still kind of loose. Let me get that one in. There we go. Sorry if my arm's in the way. Putting the bus bars on now. And I'm going to go ahead and get this tight. Now that the bus bar is on, tighten this one and this one. There we go. And we have these big connectors over here. One's connected to each heat sink. That one's on. this one's in. So just be careful to put everything back where I had it, but the way they cut the cables, the length of the cables, the way they cut them, there's not much of a way of getting them mixed up. There we go. Now then, but these are probably important that we get the right one. So let's see here. This one's hot 2. So hot 2 is right here. So this one's hot 1. And there's AC. Now we can get these on, and again, the beauty of it is they're pretty easy to get back on right. This thing's a little tight. Don't have much room for my fingers here. Okay, so far I've had no problem trying to figure out what goes where. Okay, I'm just going to make sure all these are really tight. Alright, looks like the board is reinstalled, ready to put the cover on and try it out. Now we're going to close the cover off, which I wouldn't mind leaving it open to check for smoke and sparks, but hopefully will be none. Spin it around to get the other side. And repeat. Two more screws and we're done. Except for the scary part. Just going to be firing it up. Alright, it's all buttoned up. Time for testing. Okay, looks like we're all working. Welcome to use. Unattended mode. No input. 53 volts. 53.1 volts, 240 out, no load. Very good. That's what I was expecting. Okay, next load I'm going to try out. Heat gun, 2000 watts. Okay, it's working. We got her 30% loaded. For the 2000 watt heat gun, that sounds pretty close. 5000 watt amplifier, 2000 watts here, that's pretty close. Next Next thing I want to see is, do we have all our voltages? We're going to turn them on. I know I'm in the way. I'll get out of the way in a minute. Okay, so it's input, that's neutral. 121 volts that leg. 121 volts that leg. 240 volts across both legs. Sounds like we're working. Alright, got all the replacement parts in the inverter, and where we've tried it out and the preliminary check shows everything works fine. Next video will be me installing it at the property. Hopefully everything works okay. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can keep up with the latest progress.